Good morning, everybody. If you're new here, my name is Trevor. I'm a part-time reseller, and it is time to pull some orders. It is exactly 5 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday, and we got to get these orders pulled and packed before I go to work. So that's why we're here super early. I just changed up my strategy to where I'm coming to pack early in the morning every day since I'm selling a lot more now, and that leaves me the after work hours to source more. So hopefully it will keep growing. But let's go ahead and jump into some orders. Alright, first item that we sold is this pair of Nike leggings. Got these at the bin, so probably paid less than $1. And we sold those for $12 free shipping. Alright, next we got a Harley Davidson t-shirt. This is Sturgis Black Hills Rally 2005. It's a pretty cool t-shirt. Not all Harley tees are created equally. Some of them are worth a bunch, some of them are not worth a bunch. Like this one. This one sold for $11 plus shipping. Granted, it is from 2005. That does make it vintage now, though. I got it before it was vintage, sold it when it became vintage. Maybe that's why it sold, is because it became vintage. That's funny. Next, I got a Jellycat. I don't find these very often, but I went to stop by a garage sale. Just a random garage sale that I saw on the way home one day. And they had a couple of these Jellycats. Now, not all of them are good, but I do have a frog over there that's worth probably like $40. So that that made the whole thing worth it. And I got this one that I sold for $15 free shipping. It's a little lamb. It's cute. Some Columbia PFG shorts. Most of these are not worth even looking at unless you can get a bunch of them for cheap and sell them in a lot, which I've done before, or if they're more unique. Like this is a seersucker pattern feel. What is seersucker? Is it a pattern? Is it a feeling? I don't know. Either way, seersucker, very nice. I almost kept these for myself, but I didn't. They are my size medium. We sold those for $19.99 free shipping. Also got those in the bin. No, we paid $5 for those. So not great. I really thought the unique Columbia shorts would do better, but learned my lesson on that one. Next. Alright, we got a pair of vintage Wranglers. Vintage Wranglers. Most Wranglers do not do well. These aren't great either. I mean, they sold for $24.69 free shipping. So vintage made in USA Wranglers, black. Yeah, 24 bucks plus shipping. I mean, free shipping. Next sale is freaking awesome. So I saw on a Sunday some people were still having a garage sale, and they had this. They actually listed this like individually on Facebook Marketplace. And of course, I Google imaged it and saw that this is a pretty rare jacket. There was two listed on eBay for $300 and $350, I think. And they were a little bit different, but this is, let me tell you what it is. It is a Icon. Let me show you. Icon. Icon is like a motorcycle wear brand. This is called the Heartbreaker jacket. I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's not very many of these out here. I picked this up on Sunday afternoon. Crazy. And they had some other motorcycle stuff there too, like clothes, pants, and another jacket that's worth about $200. But on a Sunday afternoon, they wanted $25 for that, and it came with pants. I said, cool, that's fine, because I know it's gonna sell for good. And then I got a whole bunch of other stuff. I ended up paying $70 for everything that I got at that sale. And this jacket, I listed it yesterday, Monday morning, and it sold within an hour for $249.99 plus shipping. Absolutely insane, and I probably underpriced it because it sold so fast. I got an offer almost immediately of $225. I was like, okay, that tells me that this thing is probably priced to sell. And then 30 minutes later, it sold. So $250 plus shipping. The buyer's all in $282.74. Absolutely wild, and that just goes to show you that it doesn't matter how many resellers or people have been at a sale, they're always going to miss stuff, or they don't want to pay up for stuff, because most people saw 25 on that and were like, ooh, I don't know about that. I saw 25 on it, and I was like, I bet that's good. So I looked it up, and it was good. $250 plus shipping. Definitely the sale of the day. This right here is a lot of patches, just military patches from all over the world. There's some pins. I got this lot off of Dibdid. I don't remember how much I paid, but I didn't want to deal with listing them individually. So I put them up for auction, and they sold for $14.13 plus shipping. So not great, but also not terrible, I guess. I don't know. Probably lost money on that one, but it'll be alright. Oh boy, I've got to get better organized. It's taking me way too long to find some of this stuff. I really just need to take the time on like a Sunday or something and come in here and actually start a SKU system and get this stuff organized, because it is crazy. Alright, LL Bean camp shirt, nice canvas. Size XL tall. It's good. $24.99 free shipping for that. That was full price too, so it's pretty good. If you price stuff good, it sells. Like this Columbia hat. It's brand new with tags. Most people would probably price this up. But I sold it for $16 plus shipping. Which is fine with me, because I got this, I don't know, I paid $1 or $2 for it. So 2 into 16 plus shipping. That's pretty good. Would not just pick up any Columbia hat. The only reason that I picked this up is because it's new with tags. Otherwise, I would have left it. This is a pretty unique item. This is a racquetball without the walls. It's a racquetball trainer, and it's new. It's never been used, and it's from 1979. Check that out. I found this at a thrift store. I don't know if it'll focus. Let's see. Yeah, 1979 right there. Got this at a thrift store, paid a couple bucks for it, and it sold for $42 free shipping. It's very cool. I'm always on the lookout for unique items like that. If you ever see something that you've never seen before, definitely look it up. Alright, and the last item that we sold today, this is sales, by the way, from, so I packed Sunday afternoon, and it's now Tuesday morning, almost 5:30 in the morning. So from Sunday afternoon to now, this is all the orders that we have. This is a Tommy Bahama. I'm pretty positive I put reversible. I think it's supposed to be a reversible sweatshirt. Just a Tommy Bahama sweatshirt. Nothing great. Wouldn't buy it again, probably. Sold for $12 plus shipping. So all in all, like I said, 11 orders from Sunday afternoon till Tuesday morning for $516.23. Awesome. We're still consistently selling stuff, which is awesome, especially whenever you get on social media and you see people complaining about no sales or slow sales. To actually have consistent sales during that time is pretty encouraging. We're going to see how the summer goes. Historically, summer has been a little bit slower for me, but that's also because I haven't been putting in the work like I'm putting in now. Like, I have never worked as hard as I am right now on the reselling. And that's a good lesson. Just keep going, whenever, especially whenever you see everybody complaining about slow sales, no sales, eBay fees, whatever. Everybody's always going to complain about something, but just keep on listening, keep on being consistent, keep on finding the good stuff. Seek it out, search it, whatever you got to do. Make it happen. That's what I'm doing. I'm making it happen. Got up at 4:30 this morning to come pack these orders. I'm going to go to work, and then after work, I'm going to go source some, and then after I get home, after the kids go to bed, I'll be taking pictures and listing some more. So my day goes from 4:30 in the morning to sometimes 11 o'clock at night, sometimes 12, sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning. You just never know. I got to get the stuff done. Have to get the stuff done, because this is no longer a hobby. This is a business, and it's time to start treating it like a business. So actually, I'm going to keep recording while I pack, just in case some thoughts come to mind. Hey, this is going to Dandridge, Tennessee. That's where my grandma lives. I bet most of you never even heard of Dandridge, Tennessee. But man, that's a pretty place, I'm telling you. Up in the mountains. But guess what there is up there in Dandridge, Tennessee? There's a Goodwill that I definitely hit last time I was up there. I found a good pair of pants, but I can't remember what they were. Or if they'd even sold. I don't know. Either way, it's nice up there. I love it. I would totally move to the mountains of East Tennessee, but I would also move to the beach in Florida. So, you know, one day I'll have a house in both places. How about that? Ha! It is pretty wild to think that selling used clothing, mostly clothing, selling used stuff online could actually be a career and like pay for your life. Like I have consistently every week for like 4 months now made more reselling than I have at my job. So like it's possible. It's definitely, and I'm seeing that more and more every single day. It's awesome. And what's cool too is like you don't have to be you don't have to be like a super expert to do this kind of stuff either. Like you have a phone, you have the eBay app, you have Google Lens, like you can look every single item up before you buy it. Now granted, I'm guilty of not doing that and sometimes buying bad stuff, but if you keep your buy costs low enough, like I try to do. Like whenever I get a haul or something, like whenever I get a lot of stuff, I really try to look for one item that's gonna pay for everything. So for example, Sunday uh, I got all that motorcycle stuff, and then I went to another sale and grabbed, what did I get? Oh, I got 2 bags full of clothes and a pair of Doc Martens for $20. So all in all, Sunday I spent $90, and that jacket by itself paid for everything plus put me in the profit. So definitely whenever I get a bunch of stuff, when I get a bunch of stuff, I look for that one item that's going to pay for everything. Granted, sometimes it's 1 or 2 or 3 items, but if you can find one item that pays for everything, then really it doesn't matter what you get for the rest of it because you're already in the profit. Another example was the bins trip that I took not too long ago to the bins, and I found that pair of army pants that I sold for $50. That paid for everything I got at the bins. I paid $42 for everything at the bins. I say it paid for it. Probably after fees and stuff, it wasn't quite that much, but I sold another item relatively quickly from the bins that I got. And that's another thing. I like to sell something quickly to cover my costs. Like I like to recoup my money very quickly. Obviously, it doesn't always work like that, but if you can get, you know, if you can find something to pay for the entire lot, then you're doing pretty good. Wow, that 2 pound package was only $6.53 to ship. That's pretty good. I've been experimenting with free shipping on stuff too. And the only problem that I'm running into is people on the West Coast buying stuff because I live I live in Mississippi, so people on the West Coast buy stuff. It's a little bit expensive to ship out there, and that's the only problem so far that I've found with free shipping. All right, question: how would you guys ship this? Would you put it in a box or just a couple poly mailers? I think I'm gonna put it in a poly mailer and then a box because it's a $250 jacket, and it also has metal stuff on it. So you don't want that getting banged around too much in a poly bag. Probably the only reason that I'm doing that is because I have a box to fit it. If I didn't have a box to fit it, I'd probably double bag it and call it good. Here we go. See? Box. Very nice. It's probably not that much. Well, this is new. This is new. I haven't seen this before. Have you guys seen this before? Or this pops up? I guess if you sell high priced items, this probably pops up all the time. But I've never seen it before. Add additional coverage for $4.24. Interesting. I don't know. Would you guys do it? It's covered up to $100 already. I'm not gonna do it. Oh man, the great thing about selling mostly clothing is it is super easy to ship clothing. This is a lot of patches. This is the box that I got them in, so I'm just gonna send them out like that again. I didn't make any money on those, but well, I have some patches that I listed individually. So I was just experimenting because I didn't know what they were really, and there wasn't a lot of comps. So I just threw them up there for a price. None of them have sold yet, so I decided to auction these off just to get them out of here. And if the other ones sell, we'll make some profit. My wife and I are also about to buy a new car because we have 2 kids, and a little Toyota Camry just ain't cutting it no more, especially whenever it's always full of my junk that I'm selling. So we're going to get a bigger car here soon. So that's going to be another expense added on top of that. On top of what we already have. But the cool thing about it is our car is actually paid off. And it's a 2018 Camry, so it's not that old. I mean, I guess it's kind of old now. 7 years old. The trade-in value is still going to be relatively okay. So we're going to trade that car in, get her a bigger car, and then I'm going to save up a little bit of money and try and buy a truck. Just buy a truck with cash. Just an old beater truck, something to get me back and forth to work. And eventually you'll probably get a trailer, probably get a lawnmower, might start cutting yards, even though my allergies are awful. Like, I cut grass all day yesterday at work, and man, by the time I got home, I had to take a Benadryl because I was struggling. Shout out to Commonwealth Picker, I got y'all's sticker. Thank you, sir, for the Trash to Cash IKEA bag. That thing is going to come in very, very useful. Been on the lookout for some more big bags like that, so appreciate that. Another pro tip is reuse your packing material. Like, my wife got this box from one of her orders. She's all into the natural stuff. That one was a little expensive to ship. That was $9 going to Maine. I guess that's Maine. Me is Maine, right? Can't think of anything else it would be, so this new routine of coming to pack my orders early in the morning is probably going to work out pretty good. Because, like I said, that gives me a couple hours after work to go source. So I get off at 3:30. One of my thrift stores closes at 5. So I have to hurry to that one, see what they got. And then the other one closes at 6. And you might think that I wouldn't find stuff because I'm going so late, but I do. I regularly do. Like, people miss stuff all the time. And not everybody is a reseller. Some people are just thrifters. And not everybody's looking for the same stuff that you are. Like, I was at the thrift store not too long ago, and one of the t-shirt bros were there. You know, the people that just look for vintage clothes was there. And he found a Mossy Oak Originals, like, button-up shirt. The original tree stand pattern. It's like an $80 shirt, and he just threw it back. So I'm telling you, there is an abundance of stuff out there. I saw a video yesterday that said something like 75% of all the clothing that goes to the thrift store never gets sold, and it gets disposed of, whether that be shipping it off to another country or just burning it. They just burn it. But yet somehow the resellers are stealing stuff from the poor. I don't get it. That's just a narrative that's been spit out forever that people believe without even thinking for themselves about it, just like a lot of stuff. So anyway, that's all the orders. They're packed. I started packing at 5:30 almost exactly. It's 5:48. It took me 18 minutes to pack all that stuff. So that's the awesome part about clothing. If I could streamline the pulling process, this would go so much faster. Let me just show y'all. Y'all don't go too hard on me here, but we've got stacks and stacks of clothing just everywhere. And so whenever something sells, I just have to kind of look through until I find stuff. So, but I'm very limited on the space that I have in here. This stuff has got to go. I got to do a live show. If it doesn't sell on the live show, it's going in that black bag right there, and it's going to the thrift store. This right here could be cleaned up better. I've got empty bins right there that I could use, but just throwing clothes in a bin is not really helping very much. There's my boxes over there. We're just going to ignore that. This is the inventory system right now. I have no SKU system. I just pull stuff. All that stuff over there has got to go too. Need to do a live show for that. But yeah, this is gonna become a problem if I don't handle it here soon. So we're gonna try and get it handled soon. But like I said, I'm gonna go thrifting this afternoon, hopefully, unless something wild happens and changes. I was gonna go yesterday, but I ended up having to take my daughter to the doctor. She's got an ear infection, so that's never fun for her or for us. And she also just stopped breastfeeding, so we're having a fun time at my house right now. But yeah, if I don't see you in the next clip, I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.